Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome back to part 21 of my Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Let's Play. In the last episode, we found out that Sakura was the mastermind spy, and then shortly after, sadly, she was the next victim. So we are now going to be going into the investigation and hopefully try and figure out what the heck happened. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so we are right back into it. Haven't started any investigating yet, and it looks like there's quite a few things. So let's just kind of, I guess we'll start with the body. Sad is to say, the body. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Okay, so in the last thing I said that I think she potentially committed suicide, like maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya, of course, he's got to step in.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. So like I was saying before Byakuya so rudely interrupted me, I'm thinking maybe she drank the poison on purpose, maybe stumbled back and hit her head on something rather than someone hitting her in the head, but then she's sitting in the chair, so that doesn't really make any sense. You guys have told me that this is not only one of the best trials, class trials, but it's also one of the more difficult ones. So, I might be in a lot of trouble considering how badly I did on the last class trial. And also, I don't know if you guys can tell by my voice, but I actually have a pretty bad cold right now, and I'm on cold medication. So my mind is kind of foggy, so I'm at a bad disadvantage. So if I end up doing some of the class trial today, I apologize if I'm terrible at it. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Oh, do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might calm her down a little. Oh, best friendies. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the— oh, don't cry, God. Duh, already I'm getting emotional. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much? But oh, don't cry, stop it. But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Oh, Hina, my little cinnamon roll. Oh, or actually I should call her my little cinnamon sugar donut, since she likes donuts. Oh, jeez. And I can't help but think in the back of my head, and you guys are probably screaming at me if that's not the case, that did Hina maybe have something to do with it? Maybe trying to put Sakura out of her misery? Because I'm like, she's the one who found the body. The candy wrapper's here. I don't know. I can't rule anybody out. Just because I know that they were best friends, I mean, I can't say for sure Hina didn't do it. I really hope that's not the case, though. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Huh, okay. Okay, so what else? Oh yeah, there's a blood stain back here I wanted to check out. It looks like I said, there's a lot of things, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything. That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Oh, okay. I guess the blood stain is probably more important. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? That is true too. Oh boy, so many things. There were 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Oh, well there we go. That's easy enough. That's where the bottle came from. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have. I feel you guys aren't focusing on the important thing right now, like the fact that that bottle is clearly on the floor smashed.
In other words...
So this is a Monokuma version of that, a Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. Well, I'm glad you were, Makoto, because I'm certainly not. The Monokuma bottles sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. But was it really? Because she did vomit blood too, and I don't believe that she vomited blood from the hit to the head. I think she must have drank some poison or something. And there's that smile on her face, which I'm still thinking, I'm like, it makes me think she did it to herself. Huh? The locker's open, and on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh. Oh, is maybe somebody hiding inside the locker? And, okay, so maybe either they surprised Sakura or maybe they were hiding inside the locker and then when everyone came into the room, they kind of appear. I don't know. I'm thinking about the locked room scenarios and all the things Kyoko said in the last episode, like the potential possibilities. Yeah, there we go. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not? You gotta shoot down all of my ideas.
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point. Oh, I didn't even see that.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Man, there's a lot of clues on this one. Okay, so I saw the blood, the bottle, the locker. Oh, this thing over here, definitely gonna check that out. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab has all sorts of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey.
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. Wait, well that means that it was placed there... Was it placed there after the glass was shattered? Did someone, like, bring that in? And wait, no, that... I don't know. I feel like it'll all be an important clue later on. We'll figure it out later, basically, is what I'm being told. An important clue? I'm not sure how I see how. I'm just thinking, because, like, if it was already there, there's not really much way that the glass would be able to get underneath it. It must have been placed over top of the glass, but... Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's talk to... Well, so we'll go... Hina, Kyoko, Byakuya.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro, it has to be one of them. Okay, that's not very helpful. That's 3 people. Like, kind of have to narrow it down, Hina. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right in the Wait, what? What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard a break from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. See, there was a weird pang in the back of my head that I'm like, is Hina lying about this? And then she starts crying and I'm like, how could I even think that? Hina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Well, unfortunately, we can't really verify that with Sakura, so I will have to see if someone has the notes, or we'll have to talk to them and see if they, corroborate that. The fact she asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly. Alright, Kyoko, what do you got to tell me? For Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who'd go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? Wait, is Kyoko saying that maybe Sakura killed herself? Maybe it wasn't someone else? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. But, and then there's the poison, right? Poison to kind of maybe dull her senses, and if it doesn't kill her outright, then they could just maybe hit her with a bottle or something. I'm still not quite sure what killed her, if it was the poison or if it was a blow to the head.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Okay, so, Hina, I'm so sorry for thinking, even for a second, that you lied. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? I hate how they keep calling her a monster, an ogre, and just you guys never heard of not speaking ill of the dead? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I hadn't seen Sakura at all. Byakuya said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. I mean, I do have to agree with him. It would not be very smart of him to meet up with someone, especially after accusing her of what she did. Okay, I guess it's... I think I've got a couple more things to check out. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay, and then the door. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it open to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Oh, okay, great. Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then...
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. Gotta love how everyone just bosses me around in this game. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. And I do also have to check out the Chem Lab, see what's going on there. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do that then. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Oh god, I love it when the game does that and just brings me right to where I need to go so I don't have to hunt them down. Okay, so Toko and Hiro. Oh, it's so sad just walking by all these doors knowing that there's no one inside of them. I press the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She was in a good mood? I don't think I've ever seen her in a good mood, unless she's Genocide Jack. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. I have to, I mean, I can't really see Toko, like, doing something like that just because she's so, like, frail and, you know, I just can't see her, like, knowing that Sakura is the spy, like, going to meet up with her. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. I can't really see any of them, like, agreeing to go meet with Sakura. Like, what would they have to gain from that? Okay, so then there's Hiro. Oh, there we go.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How did you know about that? He and Toko are not very good at, like, keeping things hidden.
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, oh my god, Hiro, you were like the most suspicious dude ever. You don't do yourself any favors. When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She,
How about that?
You're such a terrible liar. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like I don't have it anymore. Uh-huh. Sure you don't, buddy. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. The candy wrapper.
Huh?
And Hina said about how she took it to her room and she made sure that nobody could have one. Oh, Hiro, dude, did you really? I have to assume this is the game just like trying to steer me towards him as like a red herring. This seems very suspicious though. Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. You and Toko have no chill, like you, especially you. You've really got to like learn to lie better. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Dude, you totally could have just played that cool, and instead you made yourself look like the most suspicious person ever. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. Sure, it must have come from the Chem Lab. Where should I start? I'm probably gonna do Chem Lab first, get all of the evidence possible, and then I'll go to see Kyoko with like all the evidence I have instead of like backtracking back and forth. So I'll do that. Ooh, alright, there we go. Chem Lab. Ugh, of course Byakuya has beaten me to the punch. Makoto, did you have your eye on the Chem Lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Oh, I hate you so much. Okay, so, let's see. Alright, at least there's not as much to see at this one. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. And more important right now, what's this powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Alright, well, I mean, we'll check this out first. This is the most kind of like obvious thing. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. Okay. Broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle has a label on it, Chem C4, which is obviously looks like some sort of poison. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Byakuya, why were you in this room? Maybe you were grabbing some poison? Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Okay, well, I definitely want to check out these footprints. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. Once again, I'm this little errand boy. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. Well, you know, you could have done it. For me.
I see.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in and went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself. Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Well, and if that's the case, let's just line everybody up, and we'll take their shoes off, and we'll compare and see who it is, and bada bing bada boom, done. Unfortunately, but with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. I mean, I'm sure it's not as straightforward as that. Whoever footprints they are doesn't necessarily mean that, like, they're the killer, but it'd be pretty easy to at least, like, put someone at this scene, right? These prints are a really valuable clue. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Okay, and then I have to check these out as well. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Oh, shit. Okay, wait, I'm trying to think. Was the bottle that was at the scene of the crime, was that a C or an A? I can't remember. Could someone have put it here on accident? I would really hope that Sakura would have a little bit more, like, awareness, like, not to just drink out of a bottle that literally has skull and crossbones on it, so I'm assuming it's not like that. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and math has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. Okay, I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein power from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Okay. Something to consider for sure. Okay, I've already taken a good look at the Chem Lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Alright, yeah, whatever I can do to get out of Byakuya's way, I will do. Alright, see you later, dude. Going from one person to hates me to another person that hates me. Let's go back and see Kyoko.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko about what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Okay, so Sakura's body. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey.
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? Man, everyone's so cruel to me in this episode. There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. Okay, Kyoko, I know you're probably like a detective or something, but like, when you word it like that, especially if people don't know your background, that sounds pretty freaking creepy. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
She has to realize how weird that must sound. Oh! Is that the powder? Her shoe. Oh, so maybe she was the one who stepped in the powder.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1.
Hey,
Oh, can I not tell her about the powder that's upstairs? Why do we have to keep everything secret from each other? Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It would seem...
It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Okay. So I've learned that maybe Sakura stepped... Can I, like, take her shoe and bring it upstairs and see if that's the right size? I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Okay, so next was the magazine rack, I think? Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... Oh, Toko. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be... a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So...
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However...
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that... No, she's gonna jump to conclusions right here. That says Toko, right? That seems... It's probably a callback to the first case with, writing the name, but the fact that someone wrote that and then put it in upside down, it could have been Sakura, but it could have just been someone trying to frame Toko. That just seems too convenient. It looks like it. What the heck? Because people like Hina are gonna jump to conclusions, so it works perfectly. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. Yeah, exactly. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. And plus, Sakura's so far away from that. I don't know. Okay, and then the last thing was the bottle? Shards of glass, okay, scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Oh, wait, no, I've already... Oh, maybe she meant these bottles. Okay, I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. I see that they are different pieces of, like, chess pieces. A correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? Yes, please.
so...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree?
Hey,
Actually, there is one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too. This whole episode is just me, like, doing the bitch work, for lack of a better word. Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to go get something from the Chem Lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but maybe she's hoping I'm gonna cut myself on the glass because she's still mad at me. What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Just as I finished up. Sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the Chem Lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
Okay, so first let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words...
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then...
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be, either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then...
Okay, then let's give it a try. Oh, huh? The broken pieces are heavier. How is this possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words...
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
Hey,
and I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Okay, I feel really dumb. I don't know what she's on about, unless maybe it's a different bottle, like one of the bottles from the Chem Lab, but I don't know. What do you think? It's all on you. Oh, God. No pressure. I don't understand. Oh, okay. I feel like I just started on the investigation already. It's over. Shoot. Well, I guess we're gonna have to work it all out at the trial.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You please go through the red door on the first
Sorry, I didn't mean to
floor
skip
of the
ahead. I'm just
school.
like, I'm anxious to get to the trial.
See you soon.
Excited but very nervous because I know this is going to be a difficult one. And the fact that I am on cold medication and I'm not feeling at my best, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage here. It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only... Oh, sorry, half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. Apparently I'm losing my voice, too. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Here we go. Let's get this over with. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist, smiley face. A locked room murder mystery, winky face.
What?
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. Well, it's working because I'm laughing. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends crying face? He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. Oh, I love this game. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Okay, Hero, like, seriously, dude, you just escaped getting killed in the last trial? And now you're acting super suspicious again. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Alright, let's do it to it. Wish me luck, guys. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way towards the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh man, it is just like, it's so empty. The elevator is just getting emptier and emptier each time. Oh, there we go. It's different once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault that we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Well, if I'm the one that has to figure it out, it might end up being the latter. Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Alright. Think I'm ready. Just gotta take a breath. And let's get it started. I think this is the most nervous I've ever been for one of these. Just because I know it's going to be pretty hard.
Class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
I have a feeling that Hina's just gonna be like freaking out this whole. I'm gonna have to fight her on this. I feel like.
We already know who
Yep.
did it.
Oh, man.
Whoa, deja
Yeah, that's
vu.
right. She said that in the last one too.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say idiot, but she is definitely letting her emotions get the best of her.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
This is, I am so curious about this, because like, the other trials I kind of had a little bit of, no, I can't say that. I can't say I had an idea now that I think back about it. I have no idea, though. I have no idea who could have possibly done it this time.
Your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. I'm just like, oh, that little voice in the back of my head is like, is she just trying to deflect? Did she do it? I don't know. I don't think she'd have any reason to do it, but like,
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
oh, okay. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those 3 specifically. Okay. Sure, she mentioned it before. Okay, this one's easy enough. but
was one of you.
they're easing me into it.
One of you killed.
And what reason do you have?
Because you all had. You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make
That's the only reason you have for
Uh-oh.
accusing us?
Ah, dang it. Okay.
Low. That's about as low as you can get.
As soon as I saw those white noise, I was like, crap, I'm not gonna get it. I have to remember to knock those out.
What reason do you have?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Yeah, go, 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 go. Oh, no, I didn't catch the other one. I was hoping.
Low as you can get.
Not a great start, you guys. Not a great start.
One of you killed.
And what reason do you
Because you all.
So I have to get them both.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
So I gotta like get from the side. Boom, boom. Go, 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 go. There we go. All right.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
I'm very curious about this.
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Hiro is definitely the most suspicious, just the way he was acting. Then that, does that mean one of them did it? Man, just, okay. That was the candy wrapper. Already we're jumping into it with Hiro.
All three of them.
Assuming that that's actually the right one.
One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw
You
her.
you said you saw her. Okay, that's gotta be it then.
There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Okay, once again, this one seems like it's pretty easy. There's clear contradiction in something one of them said just now. If they didn't go see Sakura, then how could they explain it?
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet, but there's no way that's not. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that
I just
she
have to tell
wanted meet
myself,
with
don't
us,
get too
but
cocky because I know
never
it's
went
not
see
going
her.
to be this easy for the whole trial. But I like the fact that they're easing me into it.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
No.
That was pretty cool that they had the three different ones on the screen at the same time and you had to pick the right one. I like that.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Da-da-da. All right, Hiro, you got some splaining to do.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro,
Unless he's creepy and he
where
sneaks
did you
into
get that
Hina's room.
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Dun dun dun. All right,
well,
buddy.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh
I
yeah,
got it
walking
from
it
her,
back
but-
now, huh?
But she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Wait, no, didn't Hina say that she just gave it to Sakura?
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that forever ago, dude.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could have only gotten that candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... There we go.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean... what I
Oh
meant
man,
was-
they are really laying it on that Hiro is the one who did it.
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room.
Oh yeah,
Got
that
a
just
problem
slipped
with
your
that?
mind. And yeah, I do have a bit of a problem with that,
Why
my
the
dude.
sudden hostility?
Yeah, it's weird seeing him like that.
We just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Mm-hmm.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
He's been acting suspicious this whole episode.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh, is he gonna bring out the book?
Proof?
But how would he know about that? Which makes me think maybe I don't know.
About her shining message.
Yeah, how did you... And yet you didn't tell anybody about that. What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Once again, of course, this is the first time this is coming up, and you didn't think to tell anyone? Like, Kyoko, I'm sure, has her reason for keeping it from people, but you shouldn't.
It was her dying message.
Especially if there's suspicion on you.
Were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
Oh, you saw it too?
See? See? Toko did it.
Oh, that's right, because we showed it to Hina. That's right.
What are you saying?
But Hiro wasn't in the room when we showed it to her.
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Uh-huh. I feel deflection.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Uh-huh, exactly.
Huh?
Because you weren't in the room with us.
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about
yes,
keeping
that's
you
true.
away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
Oh, Hiro, you have so many things that you have to answer for right now.
That's true. Then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
It's not gonna be. It can't be him. Like, they're just putting it... They're making it seem so obvious that it can't be that obvious.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
This could be the quickest trial of all. There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Okay. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, wait. Okay, he said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at the time, where was the magazine? Okay, hold on, let me check.
Exactly what I found.
Okay, on the magazine shelf, one magazine had been put back upside down. Inside the magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It's assumed that whoever... Okay. So where do I... Okay, I'll just have to be more... just...
body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it, it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
Oh,
shelf.
there's a couple it could possibly be.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, I'm gonna do the, he said he found it.
Exactly when I found the dying...
Okay.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Ah, dang it. Thought I had it there, because I was told as a hint, usually the more in the way the white noise is, the more likely that that's, like, the thing you have to pick, but that didn't work.
Shoot!
Ah, dang it. Already I'm screwing up.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying... When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Oh, maybe.
When
Hold
I
on.
pulled it out,
I have to
saw her
remember,
final
this is what screwed me over last time, that it might not even be this. It could be that flashback thingy. Because the thing is, the dying... I don't know. So the okay, so found it on the magazine shelf. And he says he found it during the when they found the body, but he wasn't allowed to go near the body. So maybe I'll have to pick one. Hold on. Let me just... Sorry, guys. I always have to do this. I forgot how to do the, flashback. Okay. Hold down triangle button. Okay. I feel like that might be it.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out...
Okay.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh, but this is tricky too, because this could be... this could be a couple of different things. I think I'm gonna have to pick the magazine shelf.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dye when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dye, it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Okay.
When Ogre's
I
body was
think...
discovered.
Please let me... Oh, Dad, I did it wrong again. Ugh. I always do that too. The first time I do the flashback is... Alright. I said, I think the magazine shelf has something to do with it.
What's your problem?
Every time I do a flashback for the first time, I keep holding triangle instead of just releasing it. Okay, so if it's not this one, it's probably Kyoko's thing about after the investigation was found. Oh, I did it again! I can't. Dang it! No, I did. What does that have to do with what I said, or do you just not know what you're doing? I think it's I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing the exact same thing I did in the last trial. I'm screwing up with these flashback things.
And I can tell you, it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine.
Well, at least I got rid of, you know, one possibility.
What I said makes total sense.
Okay. Oh, you guys are probably just yelling at me right now. Okay, so X, triangle. Yes? Yes! 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 Yay! Yay.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Okay, that wasn't quite... Hopefully that wasn't quite as infuriating to watch as the last trial when I didn't even, like, remember... Oh, boy. When I kept thinking that I could load up a truth bullet. I'm just frustrated with myself that I kept screwing up.
After we'd begun the investigation.
I'm gonna shut up now.
And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hero.
Yes, please,
When
tell
did
us
you
the
see
truth.
message?
Like, I don't think he did it, but, like, he's gotta have a reason for lying.
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Why is he being so cagey?
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is.
Vienna sausage?
Toko.
I've never heard that term before.
I don't even know where to begin with
Yeah,
that
me
one.
neither, Hina.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yes, exactly. She was so far away from it. It seems weird that, like, she would grab a magazine, do that in the middle of the magazine, and then put it back. I don't know. That just seems so unlikely.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Uh-huh. Right, because you've been telling the truth this whole time. Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh boy, okay. Okay, we're doing this already, huh? Wait. I always forget. Okay. No matter how many times I do this, it's always about a month in between, or a couple of weeks, so I always forget. Okay, so lock on. Attack. So X. Triangle. Reload. Oh yeah, that's right, and then I have to remember to hit reload in time with the thing. Okay. I think I did pretty well
Show me
last
the
time.
proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The The end is nigh! Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Aha! I'm so good at this now.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
I'm always shocked when I have to do these so soon into the.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that.
And I
dying
have to
message.
say that I knew I was gonna have to do one of these, but I thought it was gonna be for Hina, but because I thought like Hina would be so into her head that it's one of them, that when she finds out it's not, that I would have to like try and convince her. So I'm shocked it was Hiro that I had to do it for.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written.
That's
using a
right.
finger.
Yes, because Sakura's fingers were didn't have any blood on them.
Both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Didn't even think about that. I can't believe I totally missed that.
Say what?
I'd be a terrible detective.
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself.
That's what I'm thinking.
That would explain how he knew about the message
Yes,
in the
yes. Whoa, this can't already be coming to an end. No.
Yeah,
What?
that's exactly what happened.
Whoa.
He admits it.
first place. I figured as much.
What is going on here?
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What? Whoa. Wow, that kind of came out of nowhere. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened.
No way. No.
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon.
It
just
can't
like
be.
said.
It can't be this easy.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Ah. That's how we got it. Oh, sure, thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. Oh, she must be No, I think she killed herself. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
There's no way that he got the upper hand on Sakura, though. Like, right?
I saw
Oh,
my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf
Oh, no,
and
I'm-
smashed it across her head.
no. So she must have poisoned herself and sat down, and then Hiro did that, but by then Sakura was already dead, so that didn't count. That's what I'm guessing. There's no way that a bottle to the head would be enough to take her down.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening.
I
Then
think
she
I...
just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
No. We can't say it's him because I think she did it herself.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
And once again, Hiro, like, the worst. Like, after just a little bit of probing, he completely confesses to everything.
So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
And I think by doing that and trying to blame Toko, he is totally going to be the next to go. Genocide Jack is going to take him out.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
Whoa.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right?
Okay.
We know who did it.
I thought maybe that Hina actually was a thing, like, we can't end it here, but wow, it's so weird to hear her talk about this. Like, she's so not her right now.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out,
Yeah, there's so
we can't
many
consider
there's
the
so
case
many
closed.
clues that we still don't have. Like, we haven't considered yet. So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have done? No, what he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make any sense. Why the magazine was hidden, maybe? Yeah.
I got it!
Yay,
That's
heart
true.
back.
Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Oh, so he didn't do that?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
Did Toko see that and put it away? No, I would imagine she would just get rid of it.
Why would you take the time
Or did
to write that
Byakuya do
message
it because he's like,
and
oh,
stick
this
it
is...
somewhere we might not find
It's like that whole thing he did with Chihiro, where he's like, well, that doesn't make it interesting, so I need to hide the evidence that... Ugh.
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have
Byakuya,
put
it was
the
totally
magazine back
you.
on
It
the
had
shelf.
to have been you. Because you're the one who likes to meddle with crime scenes. We know this.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
And then there's a whole thing about the locker with the handprint on it, too. We still haven't, like, figured that out
I
yet.
don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Or Toko. But I'm thinking if it was Toko, wouldn't she have just, like, gotten rid of it somehow instead of just hiding it? Someone who wouldn't like what had been written there. There's only one choice. Byakuya. I'll always blame Byakuya.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Oh, so she was lying too about not going to the rec room.
Why would I have...
I wonder if Byakuya lied too.
Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked
Wow.
you?
Makoto just knows.
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not
He's
where
like,
this
that's not
case
how the
ends.
case ends because this is a video game and these usually take about 2 hours, so it can't possibly be this easy.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Hiro is so lucky this is like the second time that he's getting out of, like, getting killed. And being found to be the murderer. I almost feel bad for him. Oh, okay, so now we've got 3.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Okay.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Oh,
After the first swing, the bottle
that's
shattered.
right. There was 2. She said that there were 2 blows to the head.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer.
Okay. Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure, but this doesn't end there. There's something that proves that, the wounds on her head. Alright, we're back into me feeling confident again.
I grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
Oh, I'm gonna get... Oh, I used the wrong one. Shoot. Oh, it was... Ah, dang it. I'm screwing up again. I have to calm down. And I have to focus. I picked the wrong thing. I forgot about that there's 3, and I had the wrong one. Dang it. I took one that was so simple, and I still managed to screw it up. Alright.
I didn't want to, but...
No, it's the examination. Okay.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle and I hit Ogre
And I gotta remember to get rid of the white noise first.
And you only hit her once.
Yeah, just once.
Go, 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 go.
After the first
What?
swing, the bottle
Oh,
shattered.
shoots. It didn't work.
See?
Okay.
Hiro really is the killer.
Alright.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed the Monokuma bottle and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Okay, go, 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 go. Yeah, please. There we go. Whew.
No, it's wrong.
Whew. Alright, I gotta get those hearts back. That one made me mad. The other ones were deserved. I screwed up. And I screwed up there too, but I'm like, I knew that one.
That doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Okay, I've really just gotta like... I gotta focus. I gotta try not to make dumb mistakes like that anymore.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally,
I was waiting for it to be like, I'm a little turned on by that.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Really?
Hold on.
Yeah.
How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
No, that's not right.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
I'm still not quite sure what she means by that.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Oh! Oh, so they were. Oh, is it? Oh. Oh, it's because so when I measured it, so all of the glass that I scraped up, that was 2 Monokuma bottles instead of 1, and that's why the glass was heavier?
Think back.
Oh, duh.
Monokuma bottles left
Yeah,
on the
you can
shelf,
I can
right?
see it now. I feel dumb. You can see the 2 empty spaces. Yeah. Derp.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had
So that
inside.
means that one of the pieces is someone's either hit it or something happened to it.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. That connection must be it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Nope, alright. Chess piece. Okay. Come on, I need a red 8, E. Ah, shoot, ready. Come on. Okay, S. Come on, give me an S. Give me an S. Red S. Red S. Oh, dang it. It's a good thing I have a lot of time. Okay, jeez. Give me, there we go. Okay, P. Red P. E. I'm slowly getting better at these, but man, the flashback things, and I always seem to have issues with that one. That's the one part of this I can never quite seem to, like, get good at.
Now I understand.
But I do feel like I do get a little bit better with each of the, with the trials, but sometimes I do make dumb choices and
The chess pieces.
dumb mistakes.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
I'll admit, I didn't know that. I don't really know too much about chess.
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
So we're missing the queen.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does Chaz have to do with anything?
And now Toko is seeming very suspicious.
Yeah, Shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
She's like, oh, I don't want to have to agree with anything that dum-dum has to say.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle
It's
is
like I said,
connected
I'm
to
pretty
this case.
sure that the 2 bottles, so someone used another bottle and took that piece, but the glass is still there, hence why it's heavier than just 1 bottle.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was excited. It was broken.
I got it!
That's right, give me them hearts
Must
back.
have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just 1 broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is... Kyoko and I figured it out before. Oh, so it's, like I was talking about, it's gotta be... this here. There we go.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than 1 bottle's worth of shattered glass.
I feel really silly that I only realized that during this trial.
So from this,
And that I didn't notice that
we can
there were
surmise
originally
that
6
2
bottles.
were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
So it's a whole thing like maybe Sakura killed herself with the poison. The hero comes in, smashes a bottle on her head. Toko comes in, smashes a bottle on her head. It's just like, man, it would be funny if it wasn't so sad.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces.
Man, Kyoko, if you hadn't thought to do that experiment, like, we would... I don't know where we would be.
Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by... a second attacker, right? Yeah.
I got it!
Oh,
The
I'm
bottle that was
almost back
removed
at
from
5-star
the scene was
hearts again.
used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's
It's
head
gonna be so weird
came
because
from that
Sakura's
second
like
bottle.
smiling the whole time. She's just getting smashed in the head with bottles.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only 1 attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Bum bum bum. The plot thickens.